Now at 6 o'clock, class is canceled today at Wilsonville High School after the district says someone wrote a threatening message inside a boys' bathroom stall. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz will have more on what parents need to know this morning coming up in a live report.
The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has granted Oregon's request to reevaluate a three-judge panel's decision to overturn one of two temporary restraining orders blocking the deployment of Oregon National Guard troops to Portland. Plus,
whenever there's group feedings, he tends to monopolize and get his fair share before the girls can come in and eat. So he definitely thinks he owns the place.
just like Drew.
Oh, come on now.
Come on.
The Lion King of the castle. Talking about Zawadi, the only male member of the Oregon Zoo's lion family. His 18th birthday is coming up on Sunday, and for that, we're making him the focus of a new Drew at the Zoo. We'll have that for you at 6:15.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Wednesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney, and I'm rhyming on this Wednesday morning. Drew at the Zoo for you at 6:15, but I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, as much as I love that segment, it plays second fiddle this morning to Rod Hill's Winter Outlook. 6:45, stand by. The man is going to predict everything between now and late February.
We have lions and outlooks. Can you make that rhyme? That doesn't rhyme, but
winning lottery number.
That's what we have.
No, we just went down a bad road there.
We have the main rain band that came through overnight. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There it goes, boom. Moving off and weakening over the Cascades. But we do have some lingering showers, especially up around Longview. You've had some showers. There's more coming into your city at this hour. Also, we have some fog pockets that have developed. Here's downtown Portland, 50 degrees. The fog map shows dense fog out in Hillsboro at a quarter of a mile. So far, not much fog down around Salem or over at the coast. I think the shower threat and the fog out of here during the morning hours. We'll be mainly dry at the bus stop, about 47 degrees, and this turns into a sunny day, 55 at noon, and we'll be pushing 60 later on with light winds when the kids get out of school. Here's Chris.
That looks good, Rod. Thank you for that. I look at some of the cameras across the area. This is the foggiest one I could find up near Pioneer Street, SR 501 in Ridgefield, and believe it or not, in the last hour, it looks like the fog's actually gotten better on that side of town. But that said, there are, as Rod mentioned, some fog pockets here and there. This camera from the Expo Centers looks like one of them. The southbound commute of I-5, though, it seems like it's slipping around that area just fine. Door number 3 takes us over to the Sylvan Hill. Highway 26 getting busier. But so far, guys, the drive times are in check. We're in pretty good shape early on this Wednesday morning. Thank you, Chris.
And we have breaking news this morning in southeast Portland. We are tracking a home on fire burning on southeast 124th Avenue. You can see smoke right there coming from the building. We have reached out to Portland Fire and Rescue and are waiting to hear back.
All right, back to our top story this hour. Wilsonville High School is closed today after administrators say they found a threatening message in a boys' bathroom stall that said a weapon would be used on campus today.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us outside the high school in Wilsonville. Thomas, what's the latest?
Yeah, well, guys, it was Tuesday afternoon that administrators reported finding that message threatening student safety. Now, school officials say that law enforcement told them that the threat is not credible. Still, administrators decided to cancel class today here at the high school as they try to determine who's responsible for the threat. The school district says it was specific to Wilsonville High School and does not impact any other school in the school district. All other schools will have a regular day today. Administrators are looking at security footage as well in an attempt to figure out which student made the threat. The district is also asking parents and students as well that if they have any information about this, if they know who made the threat and about violence here at Wilsonville High School, to contact the administration as soon as possible. Guys.
All right, Thomas Schultz reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Thomas.
And with the Ninth Circuit Court agreeing today for this reconsideration and putting a stay on the other three-court judge, is just one more important note to the nation that we're doing everything right.
That was Portland Mayor Keith Wilson after the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals reached a new decision which halts the deployment of National Guard troops to Portland for now. The Ninth Circuit agreed to rehear the case, essentially throwing out last week's split ruling by 3 judges that greenlit the troops. Now, judges will take another look, though there's no timeline for when that will happen. Meanwhile, the lawsuit at the center of all of this, Oregon and Portland fighting the Trump administration's decision to deploy the troops, is set to go to trial later today.
During that trial, the city and the state aim to prove that bringing National Guard members to Portland is not the right response to what's been happening outside the city's ICE facility.
KGW's Alma McCarty spoke with a legal expert and walks us through what we can expect.
The way that I look at this is a systematic attempt by the president to really attack pillars of our democracy.
Attorney General Dan Rayfield speaking on the broader implication of a legal fight centered in the Rose City and around the ICE facility. The Trump administration's attempt to federalize Oregon's National Guard and deploy troops to Portland. A trial to challenge that begins Wednesday morning.
We're really focused on the case at hand this week to demonstrate to the court what are the real facts going on in Oregon to allow the judge to make an independent decision about the presidential power to put military on our streets.
The plaintiffs, including the state of Oregon and city of Portland, plan to call Portland police officers as witnesses. According to court documents, they're likely to detail how officers were caught up in, quote, federal law enforcement employing indiscriminate, excessive force against small crowds. Plaintiffs argue the feds' needless use of munitions at the ICE facility created an appearance of smoke, flashes of fire, and explosion, leading to more hyperbolic rhetoric from the president. They're arguing this is neither rebellion nor an inability to execute federal law, and troops aren't needed. The feds argue the opposite.
They actually think that what's been going on here can be viewed as a type of rebellion, and that peace and order are not able to be kept.
As defendants in the case, the federal government argues the president's call to send in troops was amply justified. Court documents cite assaults to federal officers, damaged federal property, plus the need to call in more officers, diverting them from other enforcement like immigration.
Although a lot of this is going to be a very factual basis, some of this will be arguing on the law.
Despite the 3-day trial, Professor Laura Appelman with Willamette University says this fight is far from over.
What will happen then is whoever does not succeed on the merits will then appeal that decision to the Ninth Circuit and then possibly also at some point to the Supreme Court.
Again, that was Alma McCarty reporting for us this morning. The trial starts today. It's expected to last 3 days, but we don't know how long it will take to get a final ruling. In the meantime, the temporary restraining orders blocking National Guard deployment to Portland remain in place.
They were just laughing like it was a joke. Like they did not care. Like there was no heart in them. Like
a Gresham woman claims federal immigration agents detained her yesterday for taking pictures of what she believed were unmarked ICE vehicles. Oregon Representative Ricky Ruiz posted the woman's story on social media with a video from a witness. Now, we talked to the 23-year-old who wanted us to blur her face. She says after taking the photos, agents stopped her at a red light, arrested her, and took her to the Portland ICE building, where they told her that it was illegal to take pictures.
They changed my legs up and they put me in a cell for 7 hours. They wanted to ask me questions and record it, and I refused to answer any questions because I was really scared and I didn't trust them.
According to the ACLU, people have the right to take pictures of federal agents and police when they are lawfully present in any public space. But agents can also order citizens to stop if they are truly interfering with law enforcement operations. We reached out to ICE for comment on the case, but we haven't heard back.
All right, before we get to Rod, a live look outside from our Wells Fargo Skycam. That is a cool shot. That's live, huh? Looks like a painting. Looks like something out of Hollywood, as a matter of fact. All right, Rod, this is all kind of a prelude. Everything you do up until 6:45 is the build-up to your winter outlook. And in all seriousness, because I've been working with Rod for like a decade, my kids, starting in like early September, go, "Hey, Dad, when's Rod coming out with his winter outlook?" Aww. Even they want to know. So today is the day, 6:45.
Now I'm making the assumption that people have gained interest in winter outlook because we've gotten more things right than wrong over the past years. And we'll see if we can do that again this year. Again, that's coming up at 6:45. We have lingering showers, and we just saw that shallow fog layer that's literally blanketing downtown Portland right now. That was a beautiful shot from the Wells Fargo camera. Showers up around Longview right now. There's showers that have come through downtown. There's a batch Sandy drying out right now, but Welch's are kind of in the middle of that particular shower. I think both the fog and the showers will generally be out of here through the mid-morning hours. and then we'll go on to be beautifully sunny. Here's the Pioneer Park building camera, so much lower than the camera atop the Wells Fargo building, but we're looking over the Pioneer Courthouse and then over Pioneer Place, and you can see the fog laying down there too. So yeah, the fog camera is really cool looking this morning. It's not cold. Often foggy mornings are cold, not this time around. We're sitting at 50 degrees. Fog fairly widespread up along the Columbia, and there's a dense fog pocket out toward Hillsboro. Not much fog down around Salem currently. In fact, none being reported for you folks. All right, so some fog, some showers. Both will be out of here in the coming hours. We have temperatures in the 40s to low 50s, 51 in Beaverton. Oregon City shares that number. 48 in Silverton, 48 in Salem, and 51 down in Albany. Just like that, we are still calling for a mostly sunny day to develop pretty much statewide. High temperatures 50s in eastern Oregon and try and get up to about 60 from Kelso down through Albany and Eugene. Our 7-day forecast. So turning out to be beautiful today. More sun, 61 tomorrow. Still looks like we're dry Friday morning into the afternoon. There's a light day shower threat for Halloween, including the trick-or-treat hours. But the heavy rain looks like it's going to hold off for Portland until the overnight hours. So we talked about it a moment ago. Again, it's coming up in about a half an hour from now, 6:45. My winter outlook, and if you can't be with us at that time, it'll be posted on KGW.com and our KGW YouTube channel a little bit later today, and also on KGW Plus, our streaming platform. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rodney.